nightmare again?
No. This time it was different. I was locked in. I couldn't get out. And I could smell smoke. And I could hear... I could hear the flames. And I saw Brick outside. He hated me that much. He wanted to see me dead.
Lily, do you remember when the nightmare started? The first time? Then it was Gina who was starting the fire.
Yes.
I guess what I'm wondering, after what you told me last night, are these dreams about the people you think hate you, or about the people whom you hate?
Oh, I don't hate Brick. I know I've wronged him.
And Gina? I know you feel powerless to stop what's happening in your dreams. That's why you have to use your waking life to prove them wrong. You have to find out where your power lies, and then use it to strike back and destroy.
You want to throw away your life and your career so you can go to jail and oppress your girlfriend. Well, it isn't noble and it isn't heroic. What it is suicide.
You know, you have to put everything down, don't you, Dad?
You expect me to find something admirable in that? Well, I don't. You don't even go with a girl any longer. She's an ex-girlfriend now. Who, under the influence of some teenager with a Gandhi complex, may be responsible for your own sister-in-law's death?
Now, wait a minute. Hayley is innocent until proven guilty. Let's clarify that.
Well, she would have been proven. It wasn't for Ted, and he knows it.
Dad, I came to you before, but you refused to help me.
To get Hayley out of the country, jeopardize the entire family? Yes, indeed, I refused.
Fine, okay? Now, that is your decision. But now you have no right to ridicule mine.
Julia, you are his attorney. Would you please make him see clearly what he's doing to himself?
He knew what the risks are, СиСи. All I can do is advise him, and I've already done
Everybody has advised me.
It is foolish and silly to bellow at him if he's doing what he thinks is right.
He isn't. It is not right. Ted, listen to me. Let Hayley go. I mean, get rid of this self-righteous standard. It doesn't prove anything. What you've got to do is get everything together, put everything in perspective. Don't you realize what you're doing to the family? What position you're putting them?
Family, isn't it, Dad? Everything for the family. You know, you don't give a damn that I'm going to jail.
Oh, for crying out.
No, Dad, defying the law doesn't bother you. I mean, you did that for Kelly without any qualms. Dad, I'm telling you, this little precious standing in this community is what's bothering you. How it's going to look to everyone. What your buddies at the club are going to have to say about it. Well, to hell with them, Dad, and to hell with you.
Never in your entire life have I ever smacked you.
And you're not going to do it now. I think you should go, Ted. We will see you at the hearing.
You know, listening to you and your obsession with what is and isn't right and proper in this family is what made me lose Hayley in the first place. You know, Dad, if you're so ashamed of me, disinherit me. Treat me the same way you treat Meison when you're upset with him, but don't ever tell me how to live my life again.
Julia, thank you for convincing him to come over here. We will see you at the courthouse. All right. The hearing's at noon. I'll see you then.
You won't see me. I will not go down there and watch my son throw his life away. It's like being an accessory to a crime.
Yes, I'm still holding. I don't see what choice I have. Here, look, I want each one of these delivered in person. And you're not to say where they came from or who hired you. And the ones on top there, the ones to, СиСи Capwell and the Countess Armonti, I want those to be delivered first.
Right. I always wanted to see the inside of that house.
Look, I'm hiring you to do a job, not play tourist. What happened to the tuxedo I asked you to order?
You didn't tell me how to pay for it. Which reminds me, it's kind of customary to tip before deliveries.
You want a tip? Make sure you get each one of those delivered before 6 p.m. tonight. If not, I'll shave off what's left of your hair. Now, go on. Hello. Yes, I want to know if the lab report is in on those pills that Inspector Castillo was having tested. What do you mean you can't release that information? I'm Inspector Castillo's secretary. For heaven's sake.
The analysis matches perfectly. It's not only the same strength of methylphenidate, but the same lot and control number as the pills found in your wife's possession.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Michelle.
Oh, you're welcome, Inspector.
Thanks especially for getting the stuff here so soon.
No problem.
Well, sir, I've got a copy of the lab report right here in front of me.
And it says the pills are a match.
Sir, there's no question about it.
Courtney.
Good morning. For you. You're not allergic.
No. It's just that nobody's ever brought me flowers before.
Well, then it's high time someone did. But does that entitle me to come in?
Oh, yeah.
Pearl, you can take the flowers. It's the 80s. Men can accept them.
Well, it's just it's been a mere week since you said you didn't want to be my friend anymore.
So I brought a peace offering.
You sure that's all, Courtney? I don't know. Maybe you ought to take these back.
How in the world can you take his side when you know what it's going to do to him? You're not doing him any favors, you know.
Sisi, he is not doing this to annoy you. This isn't indiscretion. It isn't a prank. Our son is in trouble, and he's in trouble right now. It doesn't really matter why or for what. That issue is not as important as our son's welfare. You have defended and forgiven Kelly and Eden and even Meyson in the past.
I have also defended Ted in the past. I am defending him even now with this messianic zeal of his that could put him in prison. For what? What did he actually do except be guilty of being stubborn?
You know, I have never met anyone who has the capacity for anger that you have, and I have never met anyone who has the capacity for forgiveness. You forgave me, and I was guilty, and now it is time to forgive him. Do you realize what he must be going through, up against the world, all alone, and now he thinks his father is against him?
I'm not against him. Just don't approve of what he's doing. And again, how many times have I asked him if he approves of what I'm doing? But at the same time, he's got no right to disapprove of anything I do.
You want to continue this argument with yourself on the way to the courthouse?
You're a wise guy. All right, we should go down there. Just don't try to talk me into saying anything I don't really want to say, that's all.
I'd never try to talk you into anything. I could never talk you into anything.
You always try.
No.
Ah, Mr. Capwell.
Yes.
I have something for you, and I need to see the Countess Amante.
I'm she.
Well, this one's for you.
What is this all about?
I'm just a wage slave, Pop.
I'm being invited to a bachelor party thrown for me by an anonymous friend.
And this is an invitation to a shower, being thrown for me by the same anonymous friend.
What the hell is this all about? I don't cultivate anonymous friends.
Very impressive. What did you say your name was again?
Sandy.
Well, that's perfect. You're just dandy, Sandy. And the other four, they're in the same shape you are?
Well, they may not be as outstanding as me, but they're nothing to sneeze at.
All right. Well, look, you got me sold. Here's your money. Oh, one question. I assume that the bathing suit comes off at the climax, so to speak.
Everything comes off. Like I said, satisfaction is guaranteed.
Heavens. Oh, don't be late. And don't breathe a word to anyone about who hired you.
Don't worry about a thing. Discretion's our middle name.
Wonderful. I guess I came to the right place. I certainly hope we can do business again.
Wow. Are you into bodybuilding or just bodybuilders? Hi.
Sandy, this is the Honorable District Attorney, Mr. Keith Timmons.
See how long you two known each other?
We're not starting a friendship. This is strictly a business arrangement.
That's provocative. How much do you get?
Nice meeting you, Mr. Timmons.
Okay.
Mrs. Kaplan, don't worry about a thing. If our slogan says you're in great shape, with me, I'll call.
I'm counting on it. Don't even ask. It's a surprise.
Oh.
Speaking of surprises, what are you doing here?
You think I'm jealous of that little steroid surprise? You're barking up the wrong tree, so to speak.
It's not a surprise for you, darling. I know what tree you live in.
Good, I need a favor.
Well, I'd love to, but I'm afraid I'm pretty busy right now.
Not that kind of favor. I'm in trouble.
What about?
Remember the money I gave you to give to Angel to get him out of town? Well, I've changed my mind. I want to see him. Where is he?
Why?
Never mind why. Where is he?
Look, I don't think it's a good idea to bring him back.
I don't have time to argue. I've been framed. Somebody planted the pills that Santana was taking in my apartment. Cruz came, searched it, and found them.
Well, when did that happen?
Yesterday. I think Cruz planted them. Listen, don't you remember last night? Remember when I took you home, poured you into your bed? Cruz was breathing down my neck.
Oh, you poor thing. You do look a little ragged around the edges. Maybe you should leave town for a little while.
Attorney, I cannot leave town. This is my life. This is my career. I have to get to Angel before Cruz gets to him. Now, where is he?
Look, I'd love to help you out. But Angel's not very reliable. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Of your heart? What am I saying? You don't have any goodness. You don't have any heart.
Hey, that's not fair, Keith. Come on, this is very upsetting, but I have to think of myself.
You have my word. I will not implicate you for switching the pills. Neither will Angel. Okay? You'll get off scot-free.
Well, that's very understanding of you. I'll find Angel for you. But I'm not going to tell you where he is. I'm not going to betray him like that.
Heavens. No, you'd never betray anyone.
Well, Inspector, do we have any leads at all? No, we don't. You're on your own, Danny. I don't care what you have to do. Turn the town upside down if necessary, but I want Angel Ramirez in this room. I want him here 10 minutes ago.
You got it, Cruz. Get right on it.
Hello, Angel? Guess who?
When I say that they can hold you in jail indefinitely. Indefinitely is a very long time, you know.
I know, he told me.
Will you give us a moment alone, please?
Certainly.
Look, you may have felt the need to show how you feel. You proved your point. What you're doing now is stupid, man. I'm sorry, there's no other way to put it. You should tell us the truth and let the justice system take its course.
Okay, you tell me the truth. Does Hayley even stand a chance if I were to back up what Brick is saying and testify against her head?
What? Probably not.
Okay, you see? Now, what am I supposed to do? See, the truth is, Lily Life is the one who should be in jail. And that is the only thing I'm going to say when I get in that judge's office.
But don't you see, man, what you're doing here is just as irrational as what she's doing. Fine, it's your neck, man. Put the noose around it if you've got to. Free to go.
I may guess the pills match.
Right on.
But I guess you knew that when you put them there, didn't you? You know, you used to be a good enough cop to know that was circumstantial.
Won't be circumstantial once I get the dude who sold him to me.
Oh, good luck finding him. He's on the edge of the world where the dragons play, you know. He doesn't exist except in the mythology of your fuddled mind.
No, you're not going to bluff your way out of this. You may have cut a deal with Angel and let him walk out of here that night. I understand why now, man. But that don't mean you can bargain with me. At the very least, you're going to lose your job. And who knows? Maybe we can do better than that. We're certainly going to try.
Listen to me. Cruz and Keith are going to be neck and neck in a race to get to you. All you have to do is make sure that Cruz is the winner.
All right, and Cruz is the cops.
See, look, he'll promise you anything. He'll do anything to get to Keith. You'll have his undying gratitude for the rest of your life. And all you have to do is tell him what you told Santana, that Keith is the one you sold the drugs to.
I don't know. We made a deal. I said I'd say it once. I didn't say I was going to keep on saying it.
You said you'd say whatever I wanted you to for $150,000. Not to mention the extra added fringe benefits.
All right, but how do I know Timmons isn't going to throw me in jail on that old drug charge?
Well, he can't do much if he's lost his job. And if he's serving time in prison himself.
I hate it when you smile like that. Ah.
There'll be a few minutes. And don't look to me to cheer you up. I don't want you to feel good. I want you to tell them what you saw. Ted, even Romeo would have turned in Juliet in this situation.
Well, haven't you ever been in love?
Yes. I've also had scarlet fever and the measles. Now ask me which one I like best.
I'm going to check on the order of witnesses. Anything to make me feel more like your lawyer and less like your escort to prison.
Hi. Yeah, I know. Everybody thinks I'm crazy.
No, I don't. But I don't want you to keep doing this. You say you're doing this for me, but you think so little of me that you would want me to feel that I'm the reason that's putting you in jail.
Hayley, do you think I want to be the reason that you went to jail? Oh, Hayley, things used to be a little less complicated.
I'm not so sure.
I think they did. Before Lily Light showed up.
And I love you for what you are trying to do, for what you are doing. But you can't blame Lily for this.
Hayley, there's a solution here. Just tell the police that what I told them was the truth, that you were there, but you had nothing to do with the fire.
How'd they know better than that?
How? Huh? With those fingerprints? That one fingerprint. Look, I've yet to hear anybody accusing you of rigging this bomb.
I am responsible for Amy's death. And we can't deny that. Now, all I can do is what Mason has advised, and stay still and quiet and pray to God that they don't hold you.
Well, here are your advisors. Now, I'm sure they're very concerned about your well-being, so I'll just mosey on.
Well, how are you holding up, Hayley?
I'm a little nervous.
So you're talking to Ted. I'd like to go over there and how much I appreciate how he's handling this whole thing.
No, Lily, don't rock the boat. Ted's keeping quiet for us. Let's not make a public display of the fact that makes him our only hope.
Believed you when you told me that you couldn't and you wouldn't be my friend, right? Now, maybe, just maybe, it was selfish and naive of me to ask you to be my friend, but it just seems to make everything very difficult.
Wait a minute, Pearl.
What?
What I feel for you is love. Now, I shouldn't have to go into hiding because it makes you feel uncomfortable. I can't help how I feel.
Okay. Do you think that love can be a decision as much as it is an emotion? Do you think that...
No, what I feel for you is real. Now, I'm sorry that I can't like someone a little bit or love someone approximately. With me, it's all the way. No, I've been in love before with this guy in boarding school and then with... Well, the sex don't matter. But I couldn't stop myself then if I had to. And what I felt then was much less than what I feel for you now.
Believe me when I tell you, you're gonna have those feelings again, except from somebody who can love you back.
Well, I wish that I could turn my emotions on and off like you can. Now, maybe if we hadn't slept together, I don't know why I ever let that happen.
You'll regret that then.
I don't regret the time that we've spent together, but I am sorry that I've given so much of myself to you. But that's just the way that I am.
Okay, now, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I envy you that you know the feeling of what it's like to have been in love. You know that.
Everyone loves someone, Pearl.
No, not everybody, not me.
You're
not
a liar.
That way.
You're lying and you're a bad liar. I know there's someone else and I know who she is.
What are you talking about?
Tell me, do you think that I'm stupid? You're moping around here waiting for her to come home. Well, what do you think, Pearl? What do you think it's going to be like when she comes back and you marry someone who's going to spend the rest of her life in prison?
So, Miss Capwell, we come to the central question. Are you prepared to testify in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
And you, young lady?
No, sir, on advice of counsel.
I see. Miss Capwell, have you been informed of the consequences of your refusal to testify? Ms. Benson, having already been charged, cannot be forced to testify against herself. But are you aware that you will be placed in contempt of court without bail until you change your mind?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're very fortunate to have such a loyal friend. But I think you better do your best to try and talk some sense into him. This will not profit either one of you.
Sir, I have tried. I don't want Ted to get into any trouble.
Your Honor, if I may remind you, there has been no direct connection established between Miss Benson and the death of Amy Wallace. It's only been alleged.
Mr. Capwell, I am not passing judgment here. I'm merely trying to keep a more or less innocent young man out of jail. Now, I have the sworn testimony here of Brick Wallace, which states that your brother has first-hand information about what happened that day. Now, for the last time, will you testify to the facts as you know them?
No, sir. I'm not going to change my mind.
In that case, I have no choice but to hold you in contempt of court. Bailiff will take you to the witness room and keep you there. Now, I'm going to give you till the end of this day to reconsider your decision. If at that time you still refuse to testify, you're taken into formal custody and placed in detention. This hearing stands adjourned.
If I could speak to him for a minute, please.
I don't want to talk to you. But what can you say? You brought Lily Light into this town, and for that, I hate you.
If you'll be patient, Ted, I have a plan.
I'll bet. Go.
So I'm going to tell you just one thing. I'm going to prove this whole thing's a setup. And when I do, I'm going to nail you. I'm going to turn this whole thing around. See? And I'm not only going to prove that you framed me, but I'm going to prove you covered up for Kelly Perkins.
Think so? Well, you better move fast, pal, because the clock is ticking on you.
So she talked you into coming in after all, huh?
I decided I wanted to be here.
Well, it's too late. I've already been sentenced.
What? That's strictly not true. The judge is holding him till the end of the day. If he changes his mind, there won't be...
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be changing my mind.
All right. That's how you feel.
What does that mean?
It means whatever you decide, I'll stand behind you. You're my son. I'm not going to desert you when you're in trouble.
You mean that?
Of course I mean it.
We're both behind you.
What kind of father would I be if I turned my back on you now, huh?
Thank you, Dad.
How did you let him get into this predicament? I'd like to know. Why didn't you do something about it? He's your brother, for God's sake.
I feel the same way you do, Dad. I'm sorry it had to come to this, but I'm willing to stand behind any decision Ted makes.
Oh, can it, Meissen? You're supporting him now because he's doing exactly what you want him to do. If he weren't, you'd be moving heaven and earth to change his mind.
Mr. Caswell, is there something I can say?
No, there is nothing you can say. You have caused enough trouble for this family as it is.
Well, I think we might as well leave. Lily, I don't think we're wanted around here.
I just wanted to tell them how sorry I am.
My family's not interested in apologies, Lily, unless they're followed by self-action. My father will even hand you the cat o' nine tails if you let him.
You know, I think I should warn both of you. If anybody were to be thinking of finding Kelly and bringing her home in the near future, they should be aware that Keith isn't just watching now. He's on the lookout.
Cruz, I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of this thing.
That's okay, Mr. C, but for the time being, all of us had better dot our I's and cross our T's.
We're getting married in a matter of a few days. We wanted...
Sophia, please. I really can't afford to know what you're thinking about that.
Darling, I made you a promise. Kelly would be here for our wedding. She will be.
How? You heard what he said?
I said she will be.
Where is he? Why isn't he here?
Well, it isn't very easy tracking down an underworld character like Angel. You know, I don't generally travel in the same circles as he does.
Spare me the speech on reputation. Did you find him or didn't?
Yes, I managed to. And I talked to him. I told him how important it was that you talk to him. And he wants to talk to you, only he's scared. He knows the cops are after him.
Fine, I'll go to him. Where is he?
Well, don't panic. I've got the instructions. He wants you to go to the children's zoo and look for a man limp. Yeah, and say...
You didn't write it down?
Wait. Say, where is the angel of mercy? That's it. And he'll take you to...
Are you sure about this? This sounds like a third-rate spy novel.
I know. I thought the same thing. But Angel insisted on it. I think TV has ruined his brain.
If you're cooking something up here, I'm
No,
gonna...
good grief, Keith. What have I ever done to make you suspicious?
You want me to answer that?
Look, you better get going. Angel's not going to wait there for you forever. Now, let me know what happens.
Be the first place I stop. Thanks.
Angel of mercy?
Oh, shut up. I had to tell him something, didn't I? Keep him busy. Here, let's just call Cruz. We'll be on our way. Here you go. Drink it.
I have to sign them in all these places?
Yes, you do. Every place that I put an X.
I wonder what they'd do if I signed them with an X.
Not deed me the house so I can deed it to Lionel. You know, this is very interesting.
Oh, what's that? Oh, СиСi's invitation for me to come to his bachelor party?
And I got one to Sophia's shower, also by an anonymous friend. For the life of me, I cannot figure out why I was included.
I don't know. Tell you what, they must be pulling numbers out of a phone book or something, because the strangest thing of all is that Lionel, of all people, he got an invitation too. Can you believe it?
Well, why are you so glum? I thought that we had established that this was the best way to get the house back for Lionel.
It's not the house. It's women.
I resent that. I'm a woman, and I'm kind of nice, don't I?
It's not you.
Courtney?
Yeah, well, she says that she's in love with me. Only I have this other thing for...
Other thing, you mean other woman?
Well, I don't have the other woman, but I think I have the feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Pearl, are you in love?
I don't know. I feel like I want to protect her, but she's had that before, and it didn't work out, and
You talking about Kelly Cap?
Yeah. I mean, I really feel like I'd like to spend some more time with her, and all of a sudden she's gone away, she's out of the country. It doesn't make it very easy for me, and all of a sudden I have a feeling like maybe my life is about ready for a new direction. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I feel the same way lately.
You do?
Yeah, but I don't think romance is the answer for me. Heaven knows I have tried. I don't think that I'm cut out for love. Anytime that I have done that, it ends up in a disaster. And you know, the point is I don't think that the man that I want to settle down with is even out there. Maybe he just doesn't exist.
Oh, come on, Julie, you can't believe that. They always say there's someone for everybody out there. I mean, could every love song in the whole wide world be wrong?
Yeah, well, there's songs about Atlantis, too. You know, the missing continent.
Julia, you are a sharp-together woman. You're attractive. You're strong. You're accomplished. I don't know, maybe all you have to do is lower your sights a little bit. Do you understand?
I don't think I can lower my sights any lower than David Laurent, do you?
Touche. Do you want to spend the rest of your life alone, though?
Of course I don't. I'm a family just like everybody else. And with Augusta gone and everything, I'm all alone. Do you know what I really want, Pearl?
What's that?
I really want to have a baby. You know, and it's not like I've got all the time in the world.
I know, sweetheart. I mean, nobody's getting any younger. Me neither.
I mean, I could adopt. You know, it's kind of difficult if you're single. I want to experience the whole thing. I want to experience the pregnancy. I want everything. Everything but the ring.
Well, there are other ways, you know.
Are you volunteering information? Or are you volunteering? That's all I need is a little tenor with an earring and a braid running around.
Wait a minute. Everybody's entitled to one mistake every day, right?
Thank you. You're a good friend. And don't worry, I promise I won't tell Courtney.
So anyway, Courtney!
I don't think...
Courtney!
СиСи, what are you doing? I'm trying to talk to you.
I am making good on a promise. Timmons may be keeping a close watch on us, but I think I can fake him out.
СиСi.
Courtney, I have to ask you a big favor. You'll be helping out the family quite a bit.
Of course. What is it?
You, I'm sure aware that I know exactly where Kelly's whereabouts are and have known since she left.
No, I figured that out a long time ago.
Well, we need somebody who isn't being watched to go over there and bring her back for the wedding. Would you be willing to do it?
СиСи, it's too dangerous.
No, I've been so worried about her. If I could help, I will.
But you'd have to keep on your guard every second, darling.
Both in bringing her back and keeping her hidden while she's here. It's true we don't have the right to ask this of you.
No, I want to. I would love to help, and you can trust me. I'll be very careful.
Gina! The honor of your presence, the wedding of Channing, Creighton, Capwell, and Gina DeMott Capwell?
Well, a surprise visit. So what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I was in the neighborhood and wondered if you were.
Yes, I still am for the time being.
I thought you might be planning a change of address, judging from this.
Mason, you should not be snooping through my personal things.
Well, I'm worried about you, Gina. I mean, engraved invitations to a wedding that can never be? Is that madness or just a practical joke?
Just give it back to me. Look, what do you care what they're for?
Well, I think Sophia might care.
Will you just stop this? I don't want you blabbing my little daydreams all over town. Just don't tell anybody.
I might be persuaded not to, provided...
Provided what?
Provided you tell me what's going on between Keith and Cruz.
How would I know? How do you know?
Oh, I know a little bit about a lot of things, Gina. Now, I figure it has something to do with Santana's allergy pills, so naturally I figured that you might have some information about it.
Why would I? Mason, I'll tell you one thing. Pretty soon everybody's gonna know everything. And who was behind it.
Could it have been Keith?
Look, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know what Keith will do to me, and I don't have any protection.
Why would you need protection?
Because he'll probably just end up blaming me. I mean, after all, Santana did. Unless I could count on you.
Oh, I'll do everything I can for you, Gina, provided that you tell me. Because if Keith can be gotten out of office, that's going to leave a vacancy in a very important position. And somebody will have to fill it.
They certainly will. And I know the perfect man, too.
It wouldn't be bad for a start.
Oh, hello again. This is a kind of a surprise. I thought you'd sworn me off forever.
Well, if you think getting rid of me, Pearl, is going to get you what you want, you're being very dishonest with yourself.
Who said I thought that?
Well, you're pining away over Kelly, but what makes you think that she feels the same way about you?
I am not pining over Kelly. Now, I'm not even sure what I think about her.
Would you let me finish just a minute, please?
Oh.
I mean, obviously, you are putting all your hopes into someone whose feelings you know nothing about.
Well, do you know how she feels?
About you? No. But I intend to find out. I'm going to be seeing her very soon.
What? Where?
Well, I've been asked to bring her back for Uncle Cece's wedding. Now, this is a very hush-hush situation. I mean, I shouldn't even be telling you but you have such a big stake.
I understand. Wait a minute. Where are they keeping her?
I can't tell you that, Pearl.
Well, then I can go with you, right?
My. You're getting awfully hot and bothered about this, aren't you? Well, I'm afraid I can't take you along with me either, Pearl. It's a very long trip. I'm leaving tonight on a plane. But on the way back, I'm sure that we'll have plenty of time to talk about her feelings.
Courtney, look, it is extremely important that I see her, that I talk to her as soon as you two get back. Do you understand that?
I understand, but I don't know. Depends on how I feel at the time.
You're behaving very cruelly. You know, I have never, ever seen this color in you.
Am I? Well, it's really hard to be kind when you've been hurt the way that I have. But you'll be the first to know how Kelly feels about you. I mean, I won't keep you in suspense about that.
Naughty girl. Can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
Didn't hear you come in.
You know, a few days ago, I thought you were merely human. Now I think that on the perfection ladder, you're on about the same rung as Gina. Whoa, you've got her temper, too. You know, I'm a little upset myself about the position Ted's been put in.
That's not my fault.
That's debatable.
Mason, I don't know what's happened to us. I thought it would bring us closer if I told you the real reason why I was here. But now we're more distant than ever.
No. I think you just miss being worshipped, Lily. but I can't bring myself to worship mere mortals. I do understand you now, though, and I'm willing to help you get what you want, if you can get your little flock to help me with their votes.
Help you how?
What would you say if I told you I might be the next district attorney of Santa Barbara?
What? When did all this happen?
Hasn't happened yet, but it's a possibility. And think what a fine power base that would make for us.
Oh, for us. So I'm included in your little plans.
Well, of course. I'm not one to forget a favor. Willing to help you get your revenge, Lily. In spite of your shortcomings, I think you deserve it. And you know what would do it in one fell swoop, don't you? Telling the rest of the world why you're here.
All I'm saying is I ain't saying nothing until I get some assurance.
But get there, man. Now, you can have anything you damn well want, but first you tell me the truth. Who did you sell those pills to?
Keith Timmons, the DA.
Did you get that? Estelle, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Well, if you're prepared to swear to that in a court of law, you will not be prosecuted. You got a problem with that?
No, I don't got a problem with that.
Great. That's great, buddy. Glad to hear it. We'll get this thing typed up, you can sign it, and you'll be out of here.
Right.
I don't know exactly what you got on me, Castillo.
Oh, me? Nothing, man. Not a thing.
I ain't double-crossing things. I warned you not to pull anything. And you send me on a wild goose chase to a zoo?
Just calm down. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Let Angel get the Cruz.
I'm telling you, lady, you put my head on the block.
How do you know that Angel even talked to
Because I saw him!
All right, well, it's not my fault. The Cruz found Angel first.
Smack.
Stop it, Keith. Keith, I would never, ever betray you.
Like hell. You've been after me for a long time, lady.
But that's not true, and you know it. I helped you. I helped you frame Santana. I helped you with your alibi. Now, you weren't afraid of Cruz then, were you? And you're not now, are you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm afraid.
No!
I underestimated Castillo, you know. He doesn't like to lose. He won't take it sitting down. He's sort of like me. He wants something, he goes after it. Now he's after me.
You're really worried, aren't you?
I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to end up with criminal charges filed against me. I worked so long, so hard for it.
Keith, Angel won't talk, no matter what Cruz does to him. He won't. He knows who his friends are, and he's scared of you. I'm the one who should be worried. Come on. Just lie down over here. I'll relieve some of your tensions. I'll give you a little back rub. One of my famous massages. Lay down. Come on. We'll figure out what to do.
Tell you something, this is certainly not what I wanted to do the last few days before our wedding. Sit in police cars waiting to find out if our son goes to prison or not.
I know, darling. Now I think maybe we should postpone it.
No, we will not do that. Everything will get resolved. I just don't feel like going to an anonymous bachelor party.
Oh, we'll get out of that somehow. I just want you to know that you're helping Ted enormously by being with me.
Darling, I just wish that...
Look, you can't. Ted is old enough to make his own decisions. He's a man. He has to stand by them, and we have to respect that.
Our children have grown, haven't they? And we still can't stay out of their lives, can we?
Not when we love them as much as we do.
Thanks for being here for me, Mom.
Yeah, baby.
Ted. We love you. I love you. I want you to know that.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay. Well, you can either talk now or you can go into a jail cell now. Shall I call a steno?
You'd be wasting your time.
Well, that's the way it is. Garth?
Did you say anything?
No.
You have to, please.
I can't. Hayley, look, all you have to say is...
No, I can't either.
Well, I guess that's just where things stand. Hayley, I loved you so much. I mean, I still love you.
Lady, if you gave a damn about my son, you'd come forward and admit what happened. You wouldn't let him go to jail for you.
Listen, I have to confess now.
Hayley, that won't help Ted. They can still charge him.
They won't. They'll have what they want.
Ted will be all right. I'll see to that. I promise you. You just keep quiet. Come on.
Yeah, is His Honor available? This is Inspector Castillo. I want to swear out a warrant for the... Listen, man, second thought, I'll get back to you. Yeah. Not yet. Not till I got it all.
Tonight, come home to comedy with the season premiere of The Cosby Show, Family Ties and Cheers. Find out who Sam proposed to. It's the shocking discovery of the year tonight.